And the reason that the Muslims do not accept this has a very logical and philosophical reason. It's not only the question of fanaticism or lack of insight or narrowness at all. Let me give you an example. Most of these studies of the Qur'an have tried, that come out of Western sources, not all, but most of them, try very hard to find a single word that is not of Arabic origin, like Allahumma, which comes from older Semitic languages or some other constructions, or the word Firdaus, which comes from the Middle Persian Pardis, which had entered into Arabic to prove that there's something non-authentic about the Arabic of the Quran, which is the embodiment of the Word of God for us. Supposing we had a theoretical situation in which the Islamic world had bigger guns than the Western world and much more powerful economically, and established a center for the study of the Eucharist. And in that center, studies were carried out about the molecular structure of bread, the viscosity of wine, and somebody would come up with the idea that, in fact, the bread that Christ ate in Nazareth, some of it was imported from Syria. And therefore, the bread is not authentic Christian bread or something like that. This would appear very absurd to Western followers of Christianity or Christians anywhere else. But that's exactly what the study of the Quran appears to us by people who reject what is most fundamental in the Quran, namely its sacred structure. In fact, I would go so far to say that from a philosophical point of view, after I'm a philosopher, I have to have recourse to that perspective once in a while, to study something objectively, if that object is being studied irrespective of the meaning of the sacred that it might have, irrespective of the element of faith in the study of that subject, that is no longer objective. That itself is no longer objective. It's like studying music without paying attention to the music, but only to the sound system and the acoustics. That's fine, but that's not the music. And so the very reality, which we call the Quran, is not the same as what has been the object of so many studies in the West. A lot of historical and philological studies have been made, I accept that, and some of them are very interesting, but they don't deal with the same reality. As all of you know, the Quran is for Muslims the living Word of God. It is not only a historical text,